All right, guys. So back again with the next recap for Young Justice. Um, you know, as I've always said, yeah, guys, it's bittersweet to watch these, but it's just like how my friend Comic Uno said. She's right. You have to enjoy what these last episodes are giving us. So let's kick it off, shall we? This episode is episode 42. And as always, guys, there will be a link in the description if you missed the episode. Um, this episode is called Complications, actually. And of course, the dates always play a big factor in this show. May 27th. And it's basically Nightwing arrives on War World pretty much to inquire about the team's disappearance. Pretty much he wants to know where'd my team go? What happened to them? And Captain Atom is trying to explain things to them and everything like that. And Blue Beetle, Jaime's covering his tracks. Basically telling him, I did everything I could. He's insisting that a boom tube open up and suck the everyone into it except for him and things like that. As most of the Bat family, they give that look like, that squinchy eye look like really, and I'm like saying that to myself, like, come on, Dick, like, you were trained by one of the greatest detectives alive, like, he's making that up. You could see right through him. Meanwhile, Artemis, McGann, and Aqualad, who pretty much is playing possum now. We found out that he's completely healed. They're stalling for time to try to figure out, how to get McGann, to save McGann's life and things like that. Because remember, there's a collar around McGann's neck. Deathstroke is watching them, every move they make, and if McGann doesn't make it right, he'll execute the collar and it'll blow her head off pretty much. So they formulate a plan after Black Manta gives McGann the ultimatum that she has 24 hours left to finish her task before they can get before they get far enough to pretty much or they're gonna kill her. However, in between that, guys, we see that basically Deathstroke doesn't notice that there's a ship that basically had Sportsmaster and Cheshire on board. They infiltrated the submarine and they go in a sense for revenge on Artemis, but more for Cheshire it is revenge for her sister. But Sportsmaster, he's more about his rep. He doesn't want to lose his reputation as being, like one of those great mercenaries or so. And that's where basically we go back to the scene where, Artemis, disguised as Tigress, says, okay, I need to break. Let me go, pretty much, let me, get some air, some coffee, as she's telling Deathstroke. What really she's going to do is look for the panel where McGann's collar is. And afterwards, that's where pretty much Calder and McGann are attacked by Cheshire. She sneaks in and she, unfortunately, basically, McGann basically deflects the attack that I think she threw a sigh or something at her, but she deflects it. And Cheshire is like, oh, you're gonna defend him when he killed your friend and everything like that. And we see pretty much a battle deter between Manta and Sportsmaster. And we see Manta really getting his butt handed to him, his ass handed to him in this fight. Sportsmaster was just really working him over. I mean, every time he tried to shoot his lasers, Sportsmaster just would dodge it, and he actually got knocked out. Yeah, he got knocked out. Like, Sportsmaster knocked him out, which was really funny. I was like, God, you suck, man. And pretty much back then, basically, Cheshire, Artemis Aqualad gets up right before he knocks she knocked Cheshire knocked McGann out, and he tells her that Artemis is alive. But but Jade is like, please. So she pretty much is not believing, and she got a side to his throat, like, okay. However, just just before she's about to deliver the blow to her to Aqualad, Artemis is able to disable McGann's inhibitor, and she's able to use her full telepathic telekinetic powers. And this was a really good scene where she pretty much gets Sportsmaster, everybody in there, to go into a place, into a memory. And unfortunately, it shows. It's pretty much showing what we saw, basically. Somebody's memory, and Artemis is like, "This isn't my memory," and she's like, "No, it's mine." And pretty much, it is revealed that she reveals to her family, her sister and father, that she's alive. She's alive, and we kind of see that sister bond again, which was really good. I've always liked that sister bond they had. Even though in the real comics, they're not really sisters. Well, Artemis is not even real, but Cheshire has no family. But it was, well, she does. Okay, but it was really good to see that again. And Sportsmaster is still not convinced that Tiger, basically, it's real. So he's fighting Tigress at this time, and Tigress demonstrates a move that she taught him. He taught her, and that pretty much is like, hey, I taught you that, and he's all happy about it. That his little girl's got inside his deep cover and things like that. But he's a jerk. He's a bastard. Sportsmaster is a bastard father. I'm not even gonna lie about that. It's like some daddy you are. But they are able to devise a plan to make sure Calder and Artemis stay undercover, but make it look good and convince everybody that everything is copacetic. Everything is right with them. They're not traitors. And Artemis and them managed to escape right after they had a pretty decent battle with Deathstroke. But other than that, they got away pretty good. The funny part I liked was how McGann got away too. When she said to Artemis, I'm sorry about what I gotta have to do, and she said, "What are you talking about?" This, and she threw Deathstroke back at her, like, to make it convincing, that, which was really funny. And she was able to get away. She, transparent, went through, made herself like a mermaid, and swam away, and she got away as well. And that was pretty much it. The next day, May 28th, we see in Gotham City, Jade decides to tell, her mother, Artemis's mother, that, she gets the baby, her baby, and says, thanks for watching her and things like that. And pretty much she tells, we know what she's about to say. She says, "I want to tell you something about Artemis." We never hear what she says, but we figure, yeah, it's pretty much that she's alive. While on Manta's sub, the villains share the news that, Black Manta shares the news of his son that he's well again with Vandal Savage and the Reek Ambassador, and showcase that, yeah, now you're a part of the group and everything like that. That was the means of pretty much, convincing everybody that you're a part of this, which was over. But back in Bloodhaven, we see Nightwing looks on his monitor in the headquarters, in his little in a little furious rage, like he's looking at the Reach Ambassador publicly praise Blue Beetle as the savior of Earth, and Jaime reveals himself to the world and everything like that. And you basically, throughout this whole episode, he was using his detective skills. We saw that that his leads have discovered that Jaime is the traitor. He turned on the team, and he gives this great pausing look, like, once again, the squinching eyes, like you motherfucker, like it was you all along, like, and it ends right there. Um, but this was a really good episode. I really enjoyed it, very much. The next episode, which airs next week, is called The Hunt. And I'm guessing we know where that's going to go with. Probably the hunt for the rest of the team. And, of course, getting Jaime, everybody like that. Because, I mean, you got betrayed by your own, one of your own. We all were probably wondering how Jaime betrayed the team and how he became what he was in the future of Bart Allen, Impulse. And we kind of got to see, like, it's because, yeah, the scarab that talked to him has been deactivated. And so maybe we see once again that voice was what was keeping Jaime from losing control and being controlled by the Reach. But other than that, it was a good episode. And I'm looking forward to watching the rest of this show. No matter what, I think there's like 3 more episodes. They said it's a total of 45 or 46 episodes. Let me make sure. 40. They're going to be a total of 46 episodes. So we got, give or take, 4 more episodes to go before they end it. But other than that, you guys tell me what you thought about this episode. And this is M.V.K Kid, and I'll see you guys next time with another recap / review of Young Justice. And other than that, you guys take care.